Okay, quick update on the Kubota engine swap. The Briggs Vanguard 1618 horse is in all four bolts. I was also able to hook up the primary ground right here. Originally it was grounded to this stud right here, but it's not quite long enough to put a wire in there and put a nut on the top. I might put nuts on there, we'll see. I do have a set of four. These are actually the 4 bolts that came out of that battery boost air pump thing. The original Kohler bolts would not go through this engine. I do not want to risk breaking them or stripping out the mounting points. So they are a little bit different, which isn't a big deal. The other holes might be the bigger holes, but I'm not sure. But everything did bolt up into place right where it needs to be. There's a little bit of wiggle room on the drive shaft. The engine, if it should have went back a little bit more, but everything lined up, and I'd rather use stock bolt holes than have to start drilling or modifying holes. So also the engine could have went up a little wee bit as well, but again, the drive shaft has enough wiggle room to move back and forth. So I'm actually thinking now it's more in line. I think before with the Kohler engine, it was actually going uphill a little wee bit. So right now we're more in line. But next step is to lower it down and do a test fire on it. Once I get the top of the engine all put back together, get the throttle and choke hooked up, and finish up the wiring. I've also added oil pressure sensor right here. This did not have it originally, since this machine is equipped with idiot lights. So on the wiring side, all I'm really going to do is I'm going to cut what I don't need out of the harness. I'd like to save this plug and send this plug with the other engine, like I did with the other Kohler engine I sold. So then if someone does want to run it or they want to put it into something else, they're not scrambling looking for a plug. And I do have extra wiring harnesses kicking around here anyways. So just something I don't mind necessarily doing. Also got to get the charging system right here sorted out, and that's pretty well it. It's the wiring, throttle and choke, and put the top of the engine back together. But everything that needs to be put on can be done from this position here. The shroud does not have to come off anymore, and the engine should not have to come back out, but if it does, it's actually not that bad. And this engine does not weigh nearly as much as that Kohler did. This is basically, I was thinking about this last night, swapping a small block with a big block. The Kohler is the big block, the Briggs Vanguard is the small block, and that's pretty much what I did. So that's it for this update. Next will be is hopefully trying to fire this thing up by the key, and we'll go from there. So I'll talk to them later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please share and comment.